Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Night Flows. So today we're doing the warm-up of the hip extension. So for today's class, you're going to need a towel or a blanket to support your knees. And then go ahead and take off your socks and shoes. Get a little comfy because we're going to do some toe and foot exercises to strengthen and open those bad boys up. So hip extension is the opposite of hip flexion, right? So if I were to come in hip flexion, it's an anterior pelvic tilt, right? And I'm shortening the angle between my chest and my knees right here, okay? Or the quads and the shins, the whole leg. So the opposite of that is going to be hip extension, where I engage my glutes to drive my glutes towards the ceiling as I increase the angle between my quads and my chest, right? So the glutes are very important in hip extensions because it's the base, right? The center of the fulcrum between the legs and the chest. So as I increase the angle, right, I open up my chest, bring the crown of the head back. The stronger my glutes are to press through, the more bounce I'm going to have in that hip extension motion. So to start, let's go ahead and find a mountain pose. Okay, I'm going to drive through my heels, pressing them down and back, activating the hamstrings. Activate the quads to support the knees. Engage the glutes, curling the tailbone forward for your posterior pelvic tilt. Compress the core, depress the shoulders. Okay, relax the jaw, drop the chin, lengthen the back of the neck by imagining a string pulling the crown up towards the ceiling. So now from here, we're going to practice the hip extension motion. So as I inhale, I'm going to lift my chin and imagine the crown of my head curling back towards my heels. So I inhale, lift the chin, curling the crown, opening the throat. And now I'm going to work on practicing engaging my glutes and pressing my hips towards the ceiling while my glutes are active. Okay, core's tight and my shoulders come into retraction as I open, okay? Exhale, squeeze the glutes and core, brace back into your mountain position, okay? We're gonna do a set of 3. Inhale, lift the crown, open the throat, retract the shoulders, engage the core, tighten the glutes for hip extension. Exhale, come back to standing. Inhale, open. Exhale, back to mountain. Last one. Inhale, crown curls. Open the throat, retract the shoulders, tighten the core, press the glutes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, come back to standing. Beautiful job, guys. Let's go ahead and find a seated position. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna walk the feet out. And if you want, you can have 2 blocks underneath your hands here. I'm just going to use the ground today. But we're going to kind of come into a dynamic reverse tabletop position. Okay? So as I exhale, I'm going to press through my glutes once again, right? The glutes are coming in towards the ceiling for hip extension, okay? So driving through the heels, I engage the glutes, press up to where my knees are stacked above my ankles, my knees are equal with my hips are equal with my shoulders. Inhale, come down. Okay, so let's do a set of 5. Take a breath. Exhale, drive through the heels, engage the quads, press through the glutes towards the ceiling. You can engage the core and depress the shoulders. Inhale, come down. Exhale, press. Chin, you can lift it for throat opening, or you can tuck it to kind of check your line. I mean, it's not too relevant here, so play with that. Inhale, come down. 3 more. Exhale, press. Inhale, come down. Exhale, press. Inhale, come down. Last one, guys. Drive through the heels, engage the quads, glutes are active, pressing towards the ceiling, cores tight, shoulders depressed. Inhale, come down. Okay, so from here we're gonna find a dynamic fish. So come to a staff pose, kind of that forward fold position, and then you're gonna come back on your elbows. This isn't too much hip extension, but we're working on opening up the thoracic spine or the upper chest. So what I'm gonna do is, as I inhale once again, I'm gonna curl the crown of my head behind me, okay? I'm gonna press away from the mat and retract, okay? So press away, retract, tighten the core, find the anterior pelvic tilt to find depth in opening the throat. Exhale, you're gonna compress the core, point through the toes, kind of a hollow body shape here. Inhale, press through the heels, anterior pelvic tilt, tighten the core, press the elbows away from the mat, retract the shoulders, curl the crown of the head, open the throat. Exhale, point through the toes, hollow body. 2 more. Inhale, press through the heels, anterior tilt, tight core, press away, retract, curl the crown. Exhale, come back through. Last one. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Okay, this is our last exercise, guys, before we work on the feet. So we're gonna come into a swan. So you're gonna externally rotate the hands and shoulders here a little bit, right? Okay, go ahead and bring your knees towards the edge of the mat, and then your big toes are gonna come together. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna find an anterior pelvic tilt, right, and sink my sit bones down towards my heels, okay? Hands stay grounded. And now what I'm gonna do is, as I inhale, I'm gonna lean, okay? I'm pressing the top of my feet away from the mat. I'm gonna lean, okay, keeping my big toes together, and then I'm gonna engage my glutes to press my hip bones towards the mat, okay? While my heels stay engaged towards my butt, I'm pressing away from my mat, and I'm externally rotating my shoulders to find a deep retraction, okay? So as I find that deep retraction, I'm gonna lift the chin, and imagine the crown of your head curling towards your big toes. Exhale, okay, make sure the core is tight. I'm gonna come into protraction, neutral pelvis, back to that anterior tilt, okay? Go ahead, press through the top of the feet, okay? Engage the big toes towards the glutes, activate the glutes towards the mat, press away from the mat, external rotation into retraction, lift the chin high, core's active, come back down. We're gonna do 1 more. Sit bones are towards the heels, press the top of the feet away from the mat. Great job, guys. We're in a neutral pelvis here. Okay, engage the glutes, hip bones come towards the mat, big toes towards the glutes, core's tight, straighten the elbows, external rotation of the arms, right, neutral, external rotation, retract the shoulders, lift the chin, big chest opener here, exhale. Okay, so let's work on our toes here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna handshake your toes, okay? You're gonna meet your foot for the first time. So taking your left hand, you're gonna squeeze each toe in between each finger socket. And I'm gonna call this a finger socket, I don't know the real name. So what you're gonna do is squeeze the finger socket in between each toe, like so, and almost like you're handshaking your own toes. And then you're gonna squeeze your toes and the hands and kind of make like a handshake, a little bracing motion here, okay? So flex the toes, then squeeze up. We're gonna go 2 more. Inhale, flex the toes, exhale, squeeze them. Inhale, lift the toes, exhale, squeeze. And then from here, you can do a couple ankle rolls. All right, now let's go ahead and do the same on the other side. So extend the right leg, take your right hand, finger sockets go in the toe sockets. Okay, nice to meet you, Mr. Foot. Go ahead and squeeze. Okay, firm handshake. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Do a couple ankle rolls. and then slowly come out. You can give the toes a little rub on the joints and the tips. Okay, nice little warm up. So now we're gonna work on stretching out the toes. So what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna extend one leg and I'm gonna come up on the ball of the left foot right here, okay? So once again, use blocks right here to press up if you need. I'm gonna use my fingertips, but you can press up. So this is like so, and then you're gonna press your knee through towards, grounding it towards the mat, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch throughout the arch of the foot and the toes. So make sure your toes are active and you're pressing them through the mat. Okay, come back down, press, feel that nice stretch. You can bend this right knee, feel the nice stretch. Come down, I'm gonna do 2 more. Exhale, press through. Inhale back. Exhale, press through. And come back. Let's do the other side. Okay, so ground the foot here. We're gonna come up, press through, and back. Exhale, press. Nice. Remember, we're staying active throughout the toes as you go through, feeling that nice stretch in the arch. We're gonna do 2 more. And then press. Good. So now we're gonna come into lightning boat pose. Lightning pose, not lightning boat. It kind of sounds like a Viking pose, but so you're gonna come with the top of the feet on the mat, and then your glutes are gonna come down, and you're gonna rest your glutes. Let's start with 1 foot. So here is, go ahead and bring your right foot on top of the mat, and you're gonna rest your glutes on top of that right foot as you extend the left, okay? So having your blocks here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna press the right knee up towards the ceiling as you lean. So the left heel is here to support, and then we're gonna press up. And you should feel a nice stretch through the top of the ankle here. Inhale, come down. Exhale, press up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, squeeze, and come down. Perfect job, guys. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Glute, remember, is in the arch of the heel, so your weight is resting on the arch. Okay, heels here for support. I'm on my blocks or fingertips. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, come down. Exhale, squeeze. Coming down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Spring's coming up. I'm pretty excited. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, relax. Sorry, messed that up. Thinking about spring too much. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, come down. So I want to show you guys 2 more progressions. These are kind of optional as you build up. So on the other lightning boat pose, so this is more of the full variation where I kind of accidentally started with. But as I ground my glutes in the arches of my feet, I'm going to have my hands on blocks, okay, or my fingertips. And now with the big toes together, you're going to try both, okay? So I'm pressing the top of my ankles forward, okay, as I'm engaging my knees towards my chest, okay? And that's going to find the depth here. So use the hands here. Then once you get better and better, you can start to lift and be active throughout. Guys, thank you so much for watching Nate Flows. I hope you learned something in that warm up. Let's get ready to start these sequences. So I'll meet you in hip extension level 1. Namaste.